Hello, everyone. I want to welcome you to another edition of the Coach Farrington Show. Coach, how are you doing this morning?
Doing great. Doing great. Good to see you, Orlando.
Coach, Saturday, it was a beautiful day for football. We had almost 5,000 people according to the gate receipts. And so that's a good environment. I think they were treated to a good game. The final score was 30-27. We came up a little bit short at the end. But we were facing Jamal Harbison. He was the sack player, offensive player of the week. And he's a big physical back that the last couple of weeks been getting 200 yards and over 5 yards a clip. I just wanted to say, after every game, especially a hard-fought game like this, we took a 20-15 lead into halftime. But we were playing a good Marshfield team. They weren't just going to lay down for us. A lot of teams will play cupcakes for homecoming, and we certainly didn't pick a cupcake this week. We picked a tough team. I just want you to speak to how your team responded in the second half and some of the positive things from the game that you saw.
Well, obviously you got to congratulate Mars Hill, Coach Clifton, and their program. They came away with a big win and a good win. It was a hard-fought game. We felt like our guys played hard to the end. Obviously, we came up with a few plays short, and they made a few more plays than us. But, Nelson Hughes had a really good game for us and played very well. So we were very excited to see that. We're getting good play up front out of Casey Stewart. Playing guard for us. Right guard had a good ball game. That's good to see. So this is his first year getting to play and starting, and he's kind of manning that right guard. And, we had some other guys make plays. Defensively, we had some guys that did a good job and made some plays. And we want to recognize Rochar Witherspoon. He had a couple pass breakups and a big pick down in the end zone to give us a opportunity to get that last possession and see what we could do with it. We just come up a little bit short, but we got to try to get them in a little bit better position. Our tailback had a really good game. We've got to, we got to be able to make it a little bit tougher for that guy that's running the ball. So we're working on it, and we come up a little bit short Saturday.
Yeah, it was good to see Trey have a good game coming off the injury, and whenever you have an injury like that, you just hope that it gets better because ankle injuries and things like that, they're tricky to get well.
They do. They can linger throughout the season, and Trey's still trying to get back into practice mode. When you miss a lot, you miss your timing, you miss your landmarks, and you think you can just go back out there as a running back and go, but you're still a piece of the puzzle, and it all got to work together. So we're still working in that area. We got Trey back and Simeon back to go along with Tristan, and Tristan's still getting back healthy. So that position's still working to get back its rhythm.
Yes, sir. We sound like it's sad and it's doom and gloom, but we had 400 yards of offense. I mean, our offense did show up for the game. So we had a good game overall on offense and defense. It's just sometimes when you play a good team, you're not always going to come out with a victory.
Not always. No. And let me say this now. We're going to go out there and we're going to play, and we're going to give it our all. And no, we do not want to lose. We want to win every one of them. And but we're not going to have a case where the same game beats us twice. We're going to go in this week's work, and we're going to work hard and prepare for the next opponent, and make sure that we understand that we go out and compete. We're competing to win in everything that we're doing, and we expect nothing but that. However, we have to learn from the circumstances that present itself and the results, and we got to move forward and learn from that and try to get things corrected and move on to the next one, because we go to Tennessee and play a very good Carson Newman team.
Yeah, we're headed to historic Johnson City, Tennessee. Coach Ken Sparks heads up that team. Good guy, outspoken Christian. At a recent gala, he talked about how important his relationship with Jesus Christ was. I think that's always great to see. a good football program, but you got a head coach that really knows what it's all about. He's 5-1 this year. Their only loss was to Wayne State in Michigan. They're 4-0 in the conference. They have a 4-game winning streak. We faced a big back and that was doing very well. This next week we're going to be facing Andy Hibbett. He's another big back coming in, 366 yards rushing is what they like to do. They like to rush the ball. He's averaging 151 yards a game. So our defense is going to have their work cut out against this team. How do you see that matchup shaping up against them this week?
Well, anytime you play Carson Newman and Coach Sparks, I mean, they've been doing this a long, long time, and what a first-class program they have, and they have for many years. So, you go up there and you try to big gap sound, and you try to, they run a little bit different version of the option, you might say, and they're going to hand it on that dive and every now and then pull it and have a lot of wrinkles to go with it. And they hit it quick, and they know they got weapons, and they do a very good job with it. So our job is to make it as tough as we can and be able to shut them down. And if we can get them in some throwing downs, you still got to get them off the field because they've got athletes enough to be able to execute the forward pass and move the sticks or make big plays on you. So hopefully goal number one is to get them in downs, that is throwing down, then we got to get them off the field.
I can imagine if I'm on defense as a linebacker, I'm sick of seeing the option. We had it from Bavard.
That's a completely different. Bavard, Lenore Ryan is completely different than this.
Yeah. And,
so it changes each week. And, Mars Hill was I formation, come right at you and knock you off the ball and ISO your linebackers and do things. And so you shift gears, and that's just the way it is in college football. That's part of it.
A different animal every week.
Yeah, and you just adjust, and so you game plan for that, and so it changes, and that's fine. That's good. That's a good challenge for us.
Well, Coach, if you look outside, and as we look out at our beautiful field out there, and the leaves are changing, it's a little bit cooler now. Maybe you'll have a great week of practice. It's going to be a great weather for Saturday's game. So looking forward to us coming out of there with a victory up at Carson Newman. I wish you much success up there. And anybody who can, get to Johnson City. It's a beautiful drive to watch our guys play up there. It's always helpful to have a good traveling crowd when you're having to be away from home. Coach, thank you for taking your time to be with us this weekend.
No question.
And that'll be it for us at the Coach's Show, Coach Farrington Show, on the campus of North Greenville University, where Christ makes a difference. And we'll see you next week.
Church closed.
No malice.
Shut the homie Malice.
And Lecrae.
Get Pusha T. What's up, homie? Let's go.
Lord have mercy and pity on your son. From what I once was to what I have become. Forgive me for my past and the nose is left numb as I'm led down this path to the beat of a different drum.